What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I got a question for y'all, and whoever it applies to, you're gonna know that it applies to you, because you somewhere doing exactly what I'm getting ready to talk about. Um, what's taking you so long? He said, "What you talking about?" Many of us have um ideas and goals and projects that we're working on, things that we're trying to put together. Many of us have that, and when we get our wheels turned and we start trying to put all the pieces in place to try to bring our visions to life. But what I have discovered over the years is that a lot of people who have ideas, really good ideas, one of the biggest mistakes that you can make with your idea, man, and your plan is when you take too long to bring it to life. And I understand the whole concept of wanting to make sure that it's right, wanting to make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. When you put it out, it gotta be just like you see it in your head. But sometimes we make the mistake of getting too far into our own head, and like a chef that's working on a meal, if you get to messing with it too much, you're gonna ruin it. It was already right 30 minutes ago. How would you feel if I invited you to my house for dinner, right? And you show up about 6 o'clock, and when you get there at 6, I'm still cooking, right? I'm still, so in your mind, you like, okay, well, he finishing up. You should be ready in a minute. 7 o'clock come, I'm still cooking. 8 o'clock come, I'm still cooking. I'm still adding seasoning and different ingredients, still stirring it and turning the fire up and down. And you've been there 2 hours now. At some point, you're gonna be like, well, man, at what point is the meal actually gonna be ready? Because I don't have all day or all night to be sitting here waiting. You're taking too long. And when you take too long, you run the risk of messing it up. Another danger of taking too long with your thought or your idea is the possibility of somebody else somewhere in a different part of the world working on the same idea or a similar idea, and they drop theirs before you drop yours. So now everything that you was working on, all your hard work, is going to be viewed as being a copy of somebody else, especially if they put theirs out and theirs pop off. You might as well shut yours down in some cases, because you let somebody pass you up. See, you can hurry but not be in a rush. And that's one of the things that I think a lot of people who just get overly OCD about the things they're trying to put together, you're so fixated on it gotta be right. It gotta be, no, it's not right yet. It's not right. It's not right yet. It gotta be perfect. And this quest to be perfect just makes you overthink. It makes you over um, critical of your own work when the work is fine. You even got people around you telling you, no, it's good, it's good. That's you straight. Go on, let's do it. No. It's one more piece. It got to be right. You being just extra detailed, and it's taking too long. And you run the risk of letting a good idea just burn out or fall by the wayside, or like I say, somebody else. There's 8 billion people on the planet. We are definitely distinct in our makeup. We're distinct in our DNA and our fingerprints and our features and things of that nature, but we are not exempt from coming up with similar ideas. So that same thought you had, that same plan you had, is somebody in a whole other state or a whole other part of the world that could be right there on top of it. So we have to learn to be more efficient in our work and be more efficient in our process of getting things done. Um, and it's not that you wasting time, because I don't want to say it like, well, man, you just wasting all this time. It's not that you wasting time, because some people, it's not that you late. You actually doing the work, but sometimes, man, things are unnecessary. I run into people all the time, man. They say, well, man, uh, how your thing coming on? How your project, the song you was working on? Man, I'm still mixing it, man. We trying to mix it down, make sure it's right. Dude, you've been working on a song 2 years. One song, one album, one. It's time to go ahead on and release it. Go on and let it be free, and get out of your own head, worrying about if it's right or not. There are great works of music, great works of art, great works of physical structures all around the world, man, that have imperfections in them. Some of them, the actual architect or the artist or the composer of a piece that is turned into a classic, legendary, iconic piece, they will tell you, they really wasn't right. That wouldn't. It could have been better. It could have been, but they still released it, and the people loved it. The people knew. The people was like, yeah, nah, this is great. You always gonna be your own worst critic, but let's be our own worst critic on things that we actually put out there, more so than sitting around babysitting um, a piece of work that you just won't pull the trigger on. Taking too long. You don't have that kind of time. You could have been on your third or fourth thing, but you're taking too long, you know, and you may have had great momentum as you were just starting off, or when you were getting into the early stages or the middle stage. You had great momentum, and that momentum died because people like, you ain't put it out yet. You taking too long. So to everybody that might be going through this, I just want to put that on your head, put that on your mind to step it up. Let's step it up, man. If it's something of good that you feel like the world needs, then at some point you got to give it to the world, man. All right, man, and quit being scared. It's your big brother, K-Rino. I will catch y'all a little bit later on with another one. Peace and love.